Hi, everyone. I want to begin our wrap up by acknowledging again and reinforcing that I'm speaking to you from the unceded land of the Tongva people and pay my deep respect and gratitude to the ancestors and those living amongst us today as the original and ongoing caretakers of this land and our partners. I thank Tree People, Cindy, the Tree People staff, and especially Eugen for her vision for taking on this vital work in gathering and supporting this community of soil advocates and experts as we study, surface, and implement solutions. And thanks to you, Rich, for energizing the collaborative with your lifelong soil passion. I want to thank all of you today for participating, for speaking, sharing, learning, examining, challenging, and collaborating. My purpose in speaking to you today is to add impetus, to contribute to your and all of our success in this vital, essential endeavor. When it comes to fighting climate change or becoming more resilient, which is really all our job right now, we tend to place our priority attention and our spending on the first responders and on things like technology and infrastructure, helicopters, and powerful specialized equipment, in the expectation that they will save us, that they will protect us. But in our necessary and deserved admiration and appreciation for first responders' prowess, we blind ourselves to the power of natural systems and the human community, all of us, as critical assets that are often overlooked. And what's clear from today, our collective job is to engage everyone living in our cities as participants, as soil stewards, in what may be the most important work in making all of us safe from early onset severe and extreme climate events, long before we're going to be able to reduce our carbon enough to protect us in the coming years. Doing this right should include millions of us, and it should create tens of thousands of new, meaningful, long-term green jobs in Los Angeles alone. The money could be there to do that when we bring nature services to the fore. This is a paradigm conundrum we face in our society today. We revere size, noise, magnitude, and status. And in so doing, we diminish what we perceive as small, weak, and unimportant. We diminish ourselves. I'm sure all of you working in this soil issues have experienced, as I have, a lack of understanding of the vital importance of soil to our safety, security, and well-being. This blindness to essential organic and living infrastructure has profound consequences on our well-being and to the health of our communities and our very survival. People are one vital component of our climate change infrastructure. Soil is another. It's the living brown infrastructure system for cities. It has extraordinary power to mitigate current and future climate impacts and protect us by tremendously increasing local water supplies, by capturing, filtering, and storing the ample rainfall that falls right here, and protecting us from flooding and water pollution. Soil supports, sustains, and enhances plant and tree growth for saving human lives in urban heat. It also enhances local food supplies, all the while saving energy and sequestering carbon. It's the very foundation of nature-based solutions to build climate resilience, especially in urban areas. I want to acknowledge one of my true heroes, who's a colleague to many of you, Suzanne Sabari. Her heroic lifetime research, which has been replicated by many young scientists, including some of you, it proves that these points are true. She has revealed, contrary to conventional wisdom, that the community of life that comprises forest soils, fungi, mycelium, and all the other life forms are not playing a game of survival of the fittest, competing with each other or trying to dominate each other. They're actually all helping each other be strong. The trees and plants are all connected and networked through the mycelia attached to their roots. And via that network, they're sharing water, nutrients, threat warnings, even antibiotics. Going back to the paradigm conundrum I mentioned earlier, one of the largest living things on Earth, the giant sequoia, and one of the smallest, microscopic mycelium. It's important to understand that the sequoia can't drink without mycelia handing each molecule of water into their roots. Mycelia make it possible for the sequoia to live. Without them, there is no sequoia. So who's more powerful? Who's more important? That's what we always want to know. But it's a false dichotomy, always. Neither is more important than the other. Nature feeds all of us, and we all have a vital and important role to play in sustaining our communities. We need healthy urban trees and healthy urban soil to help people to survive, adapt to and mitigate climate change, and be healthy and whole. As TreePeople says, when finishing each tree that is planted, trees need people, and people need trees. I have a potential research question for you, for some of you at least. Given how trees struggle to survive in the city without the support of that network that exists in forest soils, what you talked about earlier today, do we need to strengthen the trees and their power by connecting them to each other and to the people in the city? What can research show us? Do tree roots and mycelia need to connect under streets or between properties? Do we just need to amend the soil, or do we need to create pathways of connection? There's so much more we need to understand about our role as partners in strengthening the systems that support and protect us. And I invite and challenge you to answer those questions. I firmly believe that soil is capable of networking us too, feeding us, building our strength, taking care of us, and protecting us. Soil and all of its critters are a model of mutual aid for us humans in our communities. We're told that it's our wealth or domination of nature and other humans that protects us and keeps us safe. And yet, lessons from soil show that we are strongest and at our best when we collaborate to support each other and help each other and care for each other. That's why ARLA is funding this Healthy Soils and Healthy Communities work. This initiative is so important, and we are so pleased to support the research and the collaboration. So thank you again to TreePeople, our local agency and policy leaders, and all the experts and partners for the informative presentations today. I believe the best management practices that you have explored today represent actionable community science at its best. And now's the time to join hands and roots and lead the way to climate safety and resilience. See you underground. Thanks.